Hey everyone, it's Professor Wolf here. It's Monday, September 8th. We are entering week 3 of the fall 2025 semester. I just wanted to make a short video, address a few points, issue an invitation or two. So first of all, let me comment on your homework. You've had 2 assignments so far. There's none for this week, but you had one for week 1, one for week 2. I graded all the ones from week 1. I've graded quite a few of the ones from week 2. And so far the work has been very good. So congratulations, you all are doing well. I have found a case or two of plagiarism, and I have a few more suspected cases I still need to investigate. So I will address this really quickly. So you know my policies by now. You can review those in the syllabus if you're interested. And I know I've already made a few videos on this. I just want to reiterate, please, please, please do not use ChatGPT. And this is really not just about my course, right? I mean, really, this is for you. You know, I'm 47. I'm about to turn 48. Most of my friends are not professors. Most of my friends are bankers, accountants. I know a few firemen. I know some engineers, so forth and so on. And I hear them talk all the time about the job market, and I hear them talk all the time about college grads and whom they hire and don't hire. And I can just assure you, from a practical point of view, you just don't want to do it. If you get caught, it's not great for you. If you don't get caught, actually, it can be worse, because you don't develop the skills that you need, the critical thinking, reading and writing skills, the information literacy skills that you need for all these different careers. Because for these careers, you need more than to just know facts about those areas. You need the skills I just mentioned. You have to practice these in all your college classes. It's always a challenge, always difficult. It can also be fun. But you know, beyond that, beyond doing well in my class, learning about religions, and even beyond developing those skills that could help you in other classes, jobs, your life in general, so forth and so on, this is really about you. It's also about you. It's not only about you, but it's also about you discovering yourself, figuring out who you are, what you believe, what your values are. A great way to do this is to expose yourself to books, traditions, ideas, including ones you don't agree with, ones you may never agree with, but we can understand more about other people, about the human experience, ourselves, and we can figure out a lot about our own path. This is about your self-development, at least in part. Don't rob yourself of the opportunity to develop these skills, to discover yourself, to explore the human experience. I know that might sound a bit cheesy. It doesn't mean it's not true. I think it's absolutely true. If you're listening to this and you're skeptical, send me an email. We can meet online. We can meet in person. I will try to convince you, right? I will. If I don't convince you, I don't know, I'll buy a cup of coffee or something, like, whatever. But seriously, if you're not convinced, let me know. Maybe we can talk about it. If you're thinking to yourself, I could use more guidance for how to approach the text, for how to approach the assignments, reach out. Let me know. I gave you all a video on that. I can provide more on that. If there's anything about the class at all you feel you need help with, reach out. That's what I'm here for, right? Send me an email. If you need some help with your other classes, if you need some help finding some resources on campus, if you need some help deciding on a major, where to transfer, whatever, reach out. Send me an email. We can talk. If I can't help you, I can find other people who can. Or you might want to talk to 2, 3, 4 people, whatever, right? We can do that. Last thing I've really enjoyed, actually 2 things. I've really enjoyed the questions that you've given me on the homework assignments. I just made a video on one of them last night. I wrote some notes to make a video on another one tonight or tomorrow. Going forward over the course of the semester, I hope to keep making some videos based on your questions. Your questions are great. I'm talking about the questions that you give me at the end of a homework assignment when I ask you, what questions do you have? I don't always have time to answer those when I'm grading. But there it is, right? Another thing I want to say is that a number of you have reached out just to say hello, just to comment on things about the class. And I just want to say I really appreciate that. Like, I love teaching so much. I love the environment of the classroom. I love getting to know my students, all of them. One of the major disappointments for me in teaching a NET class is I don't get to do that in anything like the same way. This semester, more than in previous semesters, I'm having students just drop me a short message about something, and it just helps me to feel more connected with you. And so I really like that. And I don't know, I hope it does something for those of you who are doing it. And and actually I know, very, very, very last thing, I know in NET classes it's common for professors to have discussion boards. I haven't really been doing that lately because honestly, a lot of students aren't very interested in it, and it just hasn't been very productive. But if a few of you think it might be a good idea, send me an email. If I get like 5 of you saying you're interested in it, I'll create a discussion board and try to create more opportunities for you all to interact with one another online. All right, signing off. I'll see you in a future video.